April 25th, song 25. This is an English song, love song, In London So Fair. In London so fair, a rich lady, she lived there. A lady of great beauty and great might, and to this lady fair I became a servant there, and in me she took a great delight. This lady had a son, to wealth and beauty born, and he became a sailor on the sea, and he courted this maiden fair, till he did her heart ensnare, and then he was bound out for the sea. She came to him one day in his cabin where he lay. The tears from her eyes they down did fall, saying, "Young man, you're going away, far, far from me to stray, and to leave me all alone, all for to mourn." "Oh, no, no," says he, "such a thing can never be, for as long as I'm a sailor on the sea, the ship that I command, may it never reach dry land, if ever I prove false love unto thee." As he spoke these words, she knew that the ship with its full crew was waiting to set sail from the quay, and 'twas then she made up her mind no more she'd stay behind, but along with him would sail across the sea. She cut off her yellow hair that hung down her back so fair, for fear that anybody would her know, and dressed like a young seaman, back to the ship she ran, and straightway to the captain she did go. She being so neat and trim, complete in every limb, and her clothes they fitted tightly to the knee, while the crew did on her gaze, the captain to her says, "Young man, were you ever on the sea?" "Oh, no, no," says she, "I was never on the sea, but ship me as a young sailor bold, for it's now I mean to go where the chilly winds do blow, and to gather up some silver and some gold." She went aboard as crew, and her features no one knew, and she sailed along with them before the mast. She worked as a sailor boy while the stormy winds blew high, and to herself she kept her secret fast. As he gazed on her one day from his cabin where he lay, her features unto him they seemed well known. He says, "You're like a lover of mine, who I think on many's the time, but I left her on the shore all for to mourn." "Oh, no, no," says she, "such a thing can never be, for as long as you're a sailor on the sea, the ship that you command may it never reach dry land. If ever you prove false love unto me. His own words he knew that she spoke far from the crew, and into his arms she flew just like a dove. He said, "Do not shed a tear, you've followed me, my dear, and now we'll get married for true love." They called for a clerk, they called for a mate, they called for a clergyman likewise, and 'twas then they both did wed, and together went to bed, and now they live happy on the tide.